Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Devin D coming back at you with another video. And I wanted to talk about some foolishness today, man. I wanted to talk about some foolishness. And on one hand, it's very comical, it's funny, but at the same time, it's also very frustrating. And it's also very sad that this is that this is the reality that we're all, cursed to live in, I guess you could say. Now, there are going to be some spoilers in this video, which you should already know by the title. I don't understand you guys that go to videos talking about something that you haven't seen and not expect spoilers, especially when it's in the title. But anyway, the new Avengers movie, Infinity War, which I heard was a very good movie. And me personally, man, I'm not a big Marvel person. I did kind of grow up on Spider-Man a little bit, but I've always been a DC person. I've always been a DC person, especially Batman. Anybody that knows me, I'm a huge Batman fan. So will I ever see Infinity War? Maybe, but I'm not really pressed about it. But I do know most of the story because I do have a little bit of a background in comics, and I've looked it up. So, spoiler alert, besides the movie just being great, a lot of people were saying that Infinity War as a whole was racist, especially Captain America. Now, a lot of you who watched the movie, or even if you haven't watched this movie, you've watched all the other ones. You watched Captain America Civil War, you watched all the Thor movies, you watched the Avenger movies, you watched all this shit. You're thinking to yourself, Captain America, racist? How is he racist? Well, I'll tell your ass how he's racist, according to these people. Now, within the movie, Thanos, who is a deity that comes from outer space, he has the power to destroy worlds. He's a very powerful villain, very powerful. And he has these tools, and like I said, some of the stuff I'm saying in this might be slightly incorrect or just straight up wrong, but you can still get the gist of what I'm saying. But I'm pretty sure Thanos has these weapons called the Infinity Gauntlets, which pretty much gives him the power to destroy worlds just like that. And I actually think Thanos, if I'm not mistaken, one of his nicknames is Thanos the World Destroyer. So he's very powerful, he's very huge, and it takes all of the Avengers, it takes all the heroes across the world, plus the militaries, to actually take him out. So, needless to say, when he came to Earth, an innumerable amount of people died. A lot of cities were destroyed. One of those cities being New York, which is arguably one of the most important cities here in America. When you think of America, you think of New York. It's the most populous city, the biggest, whatever. I don't need to tell you about how monumental New York is. And New York was destroyed by Thanos. So, later on in the movie, apparently Don Cheadle's character, I'm not sure who Don Cheadle is, but apparently he's some important guy. But actually, is Don Cheadle Nick Fury? Did they replace Samuel Jackson? I don't know, man. But anyway, he went on and he was talking to Captain America because, for those of you who don't know, Captain America is a big leader in the Avengers. He is the leader. So he was talking to Captain America, and he said, man, we need somewhere to take all these people. We need the safest place to hold these people, until we figure out how to defeat this threat, how to eliminate Thanos. And Captain America said, well, I know a spot. And he takes them to Wakanda, which is Black Panther's main home in Africa, which is the most technologically advanced, most safe, well-rounded city in the world, which is why Captain America took them there. But a lot of people, and ended up, Thanos found them there anyway, and he was able to break through the defenses, and he destroyed Wakanda. And that's where the racism comes in. A lot of people are accusing Captain America of taking those people there, not because it's safe or any logical reason like that. They're saying he took them there because he doesn't give a fuck if those black people get their city destroyed. And he was jealous of Black Panther's technology and the wealth and the prosperity of Wakanda. So he said, well, fuck them. We'll get them destroyed. That's why he took them there. See, that's what I'm saying, man. You motherfuckers, man, are so goddamn annoying. You can't watch anything. You social justice warriors, you can't watch anything. You can't read any book. You can't watch any TV show. You can't see any goddamn play. You can't listen to any songs without looking for the sexism, without looking for the racism, without looking for what am I looking for? The xenophobia. You can't look at anything without trying to find that. You're always looking for ulterior motives. You're always looking for subliminal messages, man. Did it ever occur to you that he took those people to Wakanda because that's the safest place on the earth? And did you ever realize that Wakanda wasn't the only city destroyed? Now, if Thanos came and only destroyed this one prosperous black town in Africa, then yeah, you could say, okay, yeah, it might be a little bit of, why did they destroy Wakanda? But they destroyed damn near all of New York as well and a lot of other cities. So that bullshit you talking is stupid. It's stupid. And then people are also saying, man, Black Panther died, which, two things about that. First and foremost, man, he wasn't the only superhero to die. Black Panther died, Captain America died, I think Spider-Man died, and a few others died. So Captain America's white, Spider-Man's white, a lot of people died. And it makes sense that if the whole Avengers had to attack this huge, powerful deity, just almost all-powerful deity, that Black Panther will be one of the first to die. He's only a super soldier. He's not a god like Thor. It makes sense that Black Panther would die. It makes sense that Captain America would die. It makes sense that Black Widow would die, Hawkeye. And I don't know if those people died or not, those last two, but it makes sense that those would be the first to die. It makes sense that if you have to imagine the last few Avengers to die, it would probably be Hulk. It would probably be Thor. Probably be an experienced Wolverine. Probably be an experienced Spider-Man. Deadpool, people like that. It makes sense that they will be the last to die and Captain America and Black Panther will be the first to die. So that bullshit you talking, man, is stupid. And like I said, Wakanda wasn't the only city destroyed. Black Panther wasn't the only black character or character period that died. And let me also just throw this in there, man, because a lot of y'all are saying that it's sexist. How is it sexist, Debonair? Well, apparently they're saying that it's sexist because none of the female characters actually take the time to pull their hair back. See how my hair is pulled back right now? They said they never took the time to do that. So it's sexist. It's unrealistic. Hey, man, let me tell your motherfucking ass something. It's a goddamn movie. It's a superhero movie. You really think somebody like Scarlet Witch doesn't have the ability to use all that magic? She's one of the most powerful superheroes in the damn movie. You don't think she has the ability to keep the hair out her eyes? Really? But fuck that. Imagine if you're a superhero and you have this huge threat you got to deal with. You really think you're about to take the time and pull your hair back? Clearly you guys have never been in a fight or had to really had an emergency or anything like that, man, because you're not thinking about your goddamn hair when you have to attend to an emergency. But like I said, regardless of that, it's a movie. It is a movie. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Thor used to have long hair, and I don't ever remember him pulling his hair back. Now that wasn't sexist, was it? So, man, just shut the fuck up, man. God, you guys are so annoying. Every fucking movie, Infinity War and all these different movies, man, you're always looking for the hidden racism that's not even there. You're always looking for the sexism, man. The movie isn't racist. And just really think about, for all you people who, I know most of my subscribers don't feel this way, man, but for any stragglers that have came in and watched this video, any strangers, really think to yourself, you watched a superhero movie and you watched all these white people die, and you really said it was racist when Black Panther died. Think about that, man. You watched all these cities get destroyed, and you said it was racist when Wakanda was destroyed. You watched all these women do all this super powerful, badass shit, and you said it's sexist because they didn't pull their hair back. Hey, and let me just say something else. A lot of you motherfuckers are new to superhero movies. You didn't start watching superhero shit until these new Avengers movies and shit came out, man. But I grew up on superheroes. And let me tell you something, man. When any superhero dies that's worth a damn, the Batmans, the Supermans, the Spider-Mans, Wolverines, people like that, Thor, they never truly die. They're not really dead. You really think Black Panther is going to come back? You really think they're not going to bring back Black Panther back after all that goddamn money he made? Forget the Marvel storyline. They're going to bring his black ass back because all that money he brought in. Shit, fuck the story. They're worried about that money. This is a business. They're not going to kill Black Panther if it's not a reason to it. They're going to bring him back, and it's going to make even more money the second time probably. Because you're like, oh man, he's resurrected. He's coming back. You really think Captain America ain't going to come back? You really think Spider-Man ain't gonna come back after they just introduced him a few movies back? Of course they are. He's got growing up to do. He now has his own movies coming out. Plus you got this video game. Spider-Man's coming back. That's just like in Batman versus Superman. You should have known better that Superman was gonna come back. Why the fuck would they kill Superman and Justice League was gonna come out? You know they weren't gonna kill a young Superman like that. He still had decades to be Superman. If Batman dies, that's just like in the comics when Batman was quote unquote killed by Darkseid. You knew Batman wasn't really dead. You knew he was just in another realm or another dimension or some bullshit like that. You know these superheroes really don't die. You really think they're gonna kill Batman? You really think they're gonna kill Black Panther? Y'all are idiots, man. Stop watching this shit and trying to find shit to nitpick, man. Just enjoy the movie. It's one of the best superhero movies of all time, and you're finding bullshit to talk about. So I appreciate you guys watching, man. Peace. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Holla at y'all later.